Act 2 just came out, and there's no time for coffee. But there is some time for donuts. Here's to Act 2. This is a bad idea. Mm. Mm. Ah. Mm. Oh, it's like Cooper and Caroline. Hey, don't judge me. I'm celebrating Twin Peaks the way I want to celebrate. Yeah. I'm gonna win Miss Twin Peaks today. Look, future Miss Twin Peaks. Mm. 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 For those of you complaining how long this is, let's talk to David Lynch about that. No one gives a fuck about how long this is. Mm. This is for season 4. Fail. Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco to Shout Out Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here once again. I am here to review Queen of Hearts, a Twin Peaks fan film Act 2. First off, this just popped up today, and I had to upload like two huge videos, and I was completely taken back. Like, oh shit, it's part of the incredible Queen of Hearts, and I gotta get to that at some point. And wow, it was just as good as the first part, in my opinion, if not better. And I think that the biggest reason is because, and it is different from the first part, because I think the first part was more so plot heavy and not as much acting character heavy. Like this episode to me felt like a lot more of, character scenes and getting to know these people and their dynamics and things. And it had a little bit of plot happen. I mean, it's all plot happening, but it had a feel where the first part felt like more like stuff happening, and then this part felt like you're seeing these characters interact in different ways, and the first way is the best way, of course, because the first scene, or I guess sequence, is this incredible. I mean, it is really probably my favorite sequence I've seen so far, where Cooper comes to Wyndham's house and he first meets Caroline. And of course, from the trailers and the clips, I was really excited to see Caroline, and she did not disappoint. Let me tell you, like these are, and that's another thing. These actors are really special. It's like this is a glimpse into the future. Remember when the fireman was showing Andy the future? Andy of all people, he was showing Andy the future. That's what this was like. It's like you're seeing the future of actors. You're seeing these up and coming geniuses who, all of them are perfect in their own ways. To me, Cooper, in this one, he wasn't as good, but it really wasn't his fault, because he just, it was more focused on the other characters and him reacting to them, I think. But Wyndham, I don't know if I said it or not, I can't remember. But in the first part, he struck me as a fatherly figure for some reason. Like, I really got a fatherly vibe from him. And that vibe continued in this part, but to a certain extent, it didn't go too fatherly, but I really liked him in particular. And then Caroline is like a little kid running around causing antics and just like playing with their food, and like she's really interesting too. And then of course you have Annie, who she's not in much of this one, but she's still she's still doing a good job, despite her lack of stuff to do, because she's just staring right now, and a little bit happens with her. This is all spoilers, by the way. I don't want to have to make this a two-part thing where I talk about spoilers at the end. You should have already watched it if you're watching this video. But anyways, I really love that opening sequence where they have dinner. And what was that dinner anyways? Like it was like, I don't even know. I have this dinner sometimes called beef and noodles, and it looked like the same kind of beef, but it's just beef and carrots, and then there's like a side bowl of soup. And what really surprised me, I think, is probably the biggest flaw of this episode, out of everything. There really isn't many flaws, because it's simple. You have these characters, they're interacting, and Cooper gets closer to Caroline. Wyndham is doing some shady shit in the Black Lodge, which we'll talk about, because we all know what he's doing in there. Okay? They never really touched on this in the series, but we know what Wyndham is up to when he goes in the Black Lodge. I mean, uh, but the biggest flaw of this act two, to me, was that there was no inner dialogue from Cooper talking about the food. And I guess it's fine because the scene was meant to do certain things, and if he did that, maybe it would have broken up the flow of the scene, because one of the things that was really cool about the whole sequence was that the shots were very wide. There wasn't a lot of like extreme close-ups and the stuff they do nowadays. It was very wide shots where people are just interact. It's like a full painting, as Lynch would say. And but anyways, I thought that was the biggest flaw, because I saw that food, and whenever you see food now and you see in particular this version of Cooper, you're expecting him to go like, what's this type of thing here? Oh, is that a piece of finger in there? I am going to eat the finger now. Oh my god, the finger is scrumptious. It tastes like old frogs and pieces of fabric that my grandmother made into a dress. And Diane, will you order me some fingers from the black market, because I want to fry up some fingers for breakfast tomorrow, while I check up on Twin Peaks Twitter and check upon all the Twin Peaks pictures that have been reposted about 1,000 times. Okay, and then Wyndham is basically he teaches Cooper a little bit about discipline, and they play chess. I like the chess scene, obviously. There was some comedy in this too. Quite a bit of like little subtle moments of comedy. Probably the funniest moment wasn't meant to be funny. But there was this part where the, there was this part where Cameron was playing Gordon Cole, and he says, "Cooper, Caroline is here. She wants to see you alone." And he's that was like a little Hitchcock moment for Cameron. I thought that was hilarious. He just popped up, and I had a sense, because they weren't showing Gordon's face, and you always want to show Gordon's face because you want to show those weird archaic ear things that he has and his little machinery that he has. But with this Gordon Cole, you just see like his little frame, and they cut really quickly through it with Cooper meeting him, which I thought that was kind of strange. How there was this period in the center where Cooper and Wyndham and Caroline, they're going on little dates together. They're having fun. They're playing with napkins and they're bowling, and Cooper's taking Caroline to see Jaws at the aquarium, and I really like some of the shots in this too, like when Cooper goes to see Wyndham in the middle of the woods. I really loved the way that the night looked. Like I don't know how to describe it, but the way that Cooper's walking in the forest, and just the lighting I thought was really good, because it wasn't too little and it wasn't too much. It was just right, and it had a very like creepy and spooky look to it, almost like it's the moonlight lighting him. And so I thought that was really cool. And once again, the music was really good, because there were all these music cues in this that really worked well. Like, despite at one point they do play Sweet Caroline, And I thought, like, that could have easily been screwed up if done by the wrong person. But it actually worked in the sequence. They used it in the little sequence. And so I like the music once again. But yeah, I really like this. It was such a fun surprise to just. I mean, what is this, Monday? I don't really even know, I just know that it's my birthday on Sunday, which I'm excited about. So I was really glad to watch this once again. I would give this one an A minus, just like the first act, because I would say I can't definitively say that this is better than the first act, because when I'm grading it, I have to compare it and say I gave the first act an A minus. Well, I can't really say that I would say this is better or worse, because it's different. It's a lot different to the first part, but I will say that again, I loved the acting. I mean, these are the people in years. Remember all those gifs, all those memes with Meryl Streep, and she's like cheering, I don't know, like Harvey Weinstein at the Oscars. Well, in a couple of years, it's going to be the guy who plays Cooper, and he's cheering on Wyndham Earl on stage, and it's going to be Caroline cheering on the Bookhouse Boy on stage at these award ceremonies. And I can't wait to see that. But anyways, Wyndham's like, he's basically cheating on Caroline with the Black Lodge. Like, he's disappearing into the Black Lodge, and he's getting his corn creamed, and he's getting gangbanged by the woodsman and all this stuff in the Black Lodge, because, like, what's he doing in there? Like seriously, like, just imagine I mean, she says that he goes there all the time. He just disappears, and then he comes back, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Cooper, my boy. Let's talk about kings and queens. Wink, wink." And it's like, what's he doing in the Black Lodge? Like, what is there to do there? Like, is he just experimenting in there? Is he doing all sorts of nasty things in there with these woodsmen, like shoving frog moths into each other's mouths and stuff like that? Like, what is he doing in there? That's something that I can't wait to find out. Because at least for my prediction, I would predict that at one point that they would both go in there together. And then Cooper would witness like a human centipede in there or something. Or a centipede made out of little little arms. The arm from the original series. They could get him and have like multiples of him in a little human centipede. That'd be pretty creepy. Pretty gross, pretty creepy. Anyways, I can't wait to see the next part. I don't have any predictions because I don't care. I'm gonna love it anyways. Hopefully, if I don't, I will say though. I mean, I'm not gonna, lie and say like, oh, I just loved everything. Like, obviously, if I don't like something, I'll say it. And I just wanted to say that because I felt like with this review, I love it. I mean, it's really good. It's one of the best things I've seen all year, if not the best thing. So, anyways, if you like this video, please like it, comment, tell me what you thought. Tell me, what is Wyndham doing in the Black Lodge? What is he doing in there? And then please subscribe to this channel if you want to see more Queen of Hearts videos where I eat progressively more and more donuts to celebrate this massive event. I can hardly breathe after eating the 2 donuts that I ate today. So, goodbye everybody. See you soon for Act 3. Oh, Act 4. Oh, Act 5. Oh, and then me and Safi and I, we're going to be doing a commentary of the whole thing because Safi has no idea this exists. And she also watched Twin Peaks, so you're going to get to see her live reaction as I am eating an entire pot of spaghetti. Or maybe I should make that beef dish. I mean, what was that beef dish It looked kind of good though, but it looked like it could get cold real fast if you don't eat that shit up. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon.